So, good morning, good day, or maybe good afternoon, depending on the time from where you are watching our show. Here we go again with Moneylogy show, as always, Tuesdays, the same time, same day. So, hi, Vala.
Hi, Yurish. Hi, everybody.
As always, our mission is to help you to find the better ways and faster ways to reach a financial freedom through business or investing, and also while living a harmonious life. That's why here on Moneylogy Show we share our own experience, our own steps and ideas, which could help you on this journey. And we have each time the topic we discuss with Valor. Also, we present you some terms in Starfish vocabulary part, and of course, you are welcome to write your questions if you have some. You can do it just below the video in the comment section. We will be more than happy to answer them right away in the live show or the next show if the comments are received after the live version of the show is finished. So today's topic is probably quite easy looking from one side, but quite important one. It's taxes. Because taxes actually is it's actually the expense which nobody can avoid, because we are living in a world where we need to pay taxes, at least if we do it legally. But the question is how big are the taxes we pay, and what are the differences between paying taxes as individuals, as a business owners, and what are also the ways to lower taxes legally if you want to pay them less. So, Vala, what are your thoughts? Why taxes are really probably one of the most important topics if we come to the financial intelligence and financial freedom as well.
Yeah, there are basically two aspects. So from the governance perspective, it's important to motivate business owners to do things that the government doesn't want to do. And from the individual's perspective, it's important because it's the single highest expense of your lifetime. So if you don't pay attention to this, then it could be a burden which takes basically 40 to 50% of your income every month. And that's why you should, become smarter. What are the legal ways how you can actually pay less taxes? And there are plenty of these options.
And funny actually is that a lot of people, those who are employees, they are even like in a way pre-programmed with their mindset, because if we think about the salary which they take, usually quite a lot of people who are employees even don't think about the amount of taxes which they pay, because the amount of money which they get to their bank accounts is actually is already after the taxes. So we feel the amount which is already less than the actual salary they earn. And probably exactly. If they would think about it, they would realize that this expense, like you said, is the biggest in their lifetime.
Yeah, and if you also think about the tax law, it's actually it's basically how to say, it's a book of incentives how to pay less taxes. So basically, those who are paying the highest tax rates today are just the ones who haven't maybe taken a look at what the options are. And of course, there's a different how to say, choice of options, whether you're a business owner or you're an individual, because as a business owner, you can do a lot of things that an individual cannot do. So that's why it makes really sense. And I mean, you can take an easy example. Let's say you want to buy yourself a phone. And if you are an individual, you will have to pay basically an income tax on it. And you have to pay also the VAT tax when you buy the phone. Now, when you're a business owner, then if you don't take the money out from the company, you don't pay the income tax and you don't pay the VAT because you can get it back. So just this one item you can buy basically 50% less than you do it as a business instead of as doing as an individual. So there's a lot of possibilities. You have to probably just take a look at the local tax law, what you have. But there's a lot of ways how you can actually lower your expense with taxes.
And what you mentioned actually most interesting in this part is that these incentives for lower taxes are most often for the business owners, not for the individuals. Yeah? So basically, if you are a business owner or investor, you have much more choices how to pay less taxes legally than if you are just an employee. And also important thing is that if you are a business owner, the time when you they pay the taxes is important, because the employees pays the taxes before they get the money, and the business owners and investors pay the money, the taxes basically after they use the money and from what is left. So sometimes it can be even zero, because basically, let's say the year wasn't profitable and you won't pay the taxes at all. But as an employee, you will pay taxes anyway. It doesn't matter how big is or how low is your income.
Exactly, and I mean, I understand also that the tax law is probably not the most interesting, document to read. You probably fall asleep when you're reading it.
Because accountants, they are
Yeah,
like to read this document.
yeah, that's why you need to find the experts who already know the law, and you can just ask the right questions, and you will figure out how you can actually save a lot of taxes doing it differently.
Exactly. So basically, the most important thing, if you want also to move towards your financial freedom more efficiently, is to understand the difference about the taxes for business owners, investors, employees, and also to seek for ways how you can lower your taxes legally. And for this, of course, you just need to seek for advice from really a professional accountant or financial money expert. And basically, there are a lot of different taxes, and one of the taxes we would like to present to you in Starfish vocabulary term today is tax called excise duty. What does it mean? It's actually a consumption tax, which is being paid to the government budgets, and it's usually expressed in a percentage of the price of some goods, or it can be also a fixed amount, and this amount is added on top of the price which you buy in the shop. So for example, if you buy cigarettes, or if you buy some alcohol, or you buy petrol, you will pay this excise duty on the top of the real price of these goods or items you are going to buy. And again, who is buying this, who is paying this tax? Usually are the consumers. So it's basically the end consumer, which is individual person.
And again, it's a government's way to tell you, spend less on these items. Don't consume them too much, because if you do, then you just pay more taxes. So actually, the taxes are really incentives of telling you, what governments want you to do and what they don't want you to do. So of course, your choice, and if you still want to consume, cigarettes and alcohol, then you're okay probably of paying also the higher tax.
Exactly. So just look where you pay the biggest amount of taxes, and this is actually the suggestion from the government to think: do you want to spend more money on these items or not? So, like we already mentioned, if you have any questions, feel free, write the questions, just write in the show below the video in the comment section, and we will include them in this show. If you are watching just a recorded version, you can do the same, then we will answer the question in the next show. And also, not only questions, but suggestions for the topics, which would be valuable, interesting for you to include in these shows in the future. Also, you can do the suggestions in the comment section, and we will definitely plan these topics in the future to give you more value from these shows which you watch. And if you want to watch previous shows, where you can find them? Anywhere you like in internet, basically Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any channels you use the most. Just subscribe here, follow us. Also, you feel free to share the previous shows with your friends, tag them, comment below the videos to give us a feedback. What value you get, is it valuable for you, and this will motivate us to do it in the future as well. So, any final thoughts on taxes, or anything else to add?
I think the final thought could be, I was thinking, what could be the practical step to anybody to do right now? And I think the practical step could be to calculate what is your current tax rate, how much from your income does the tax take. So it's not the netto salary, it's not the brutto salary, it's actually the whole salary fund that is actually your money, and part of the tax is paid for you by your employer if you're an employee. So take account all the taxes that you pay, and just see what is the percentage you have, and this should motivate at least some people to make some changes, or at least start thinking what are the ways how to pay taxes legally.
Exactly. So just make your analysis of where you are now with tax amount, And probably the next step would be think about how you can start lowering them right away. Maybe just negotiating different ways of getting income from your employers if you are employees, or just changing your type of your business if you do it as a solopreneur or something like this. So just look to your numbers, think about the first steps you can do in order to lower the taxes legally, and this will make you closer to your financial freedom as well. So thank you for watching our show. If you feel you have some questions, like I said, just write them below the video and we will answer them later. And see you next week, same day, same time, just on a different topic on Moneylogy show. So thank you, Val, for your sharings, and let's meet next week.
Thanks. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.